was always my mantra, never give up.
Absolutely. Change is one of the hardest things we can often find ourselves struggling with within life and business. It's horrible for people to go from that. I think the only constant in life we have is change. And once we start becoming totally aware of that, I don't struggle with change. That's actually, I'm trying to be as self-aware as possible. So I actually don't struggle with change. I accept that every day is different and something else, especially when we come from like coaching and entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
It is different. There's no such thing as constant anymore. There isn't. And especially with the political landscapes that all over the world, there's no such thing as constant anymore. So no, change is definitely a part of where we go. Okay, this has been a fantastic chat.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna try and mock up something for those. I drew it down so I could try and mock it up, or send me a picture of that diagram, because that's fantastic. That genuinely is. And for any parents out there watching this podcast, because I think this is a good one for parents, to start going and understanding that intuition that you had when everyone's saying you're an over rational, it's you that's the problem. How did you not lose your shit before you? How did you not lose your shit? Or
Oh, I
did
did.
you?
Oh, I did several times.
So
I had
what brought you back to right the wrong, I'm right.
knowing that again, I think it was back to intuition. I knew something was there that I needed to change for my son.
Mhm.
But it was, he was the one that was suicidal, not me.
Yeah.
And I know there was an element of anxiety and stress in me.
Mm.
But that was because I was dealing with him without the tools to know how to help
Yeah,
him.
of course.
And so a lot of my anxiety came off of that, but then that fed back to him too. So there's a bit of a loop in there that didn't help. But once I had the tools, even though I had to develop them myself, which
Yeah.
now is giving other people advantage, they're just there in the book. You just need to read the book. All the courses, I've got courses on the website as well. But for me, I knew I had to save his life because he was in such a dark place. I didn't want to be at the point where he ended up in prison or ended up in a wooden box. And it was just sheer desperation and determination to keep going.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were times when I absolutely did lose it. And I had those days where I had what I called my inner wolf. Um, Occasionally it comes out now, but not so often.